Hello and welcome to this discussion of the cons of living in Naples, Florida. I always aim to be transparent and direct with my clients, so while there are a ton of pros to living here, and I hope you check out my companion video highlighting some of them, you should also be aware of some of the possible negatives. I'm James Headley with the Moving to Naples channel, and if you have any questions about what you see and hear in this video, please contact me anytime. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel to be the first to view new videos when they are released. And also, please be sure to share this video and the channel with anyone you think might be interested in making the move to paradise. Finally, you'll want to stick around for the end of this video where I reveal an aspect of living in Naples that may encourage the most debate as to whether it is a pro or a con. Just like my pros video, obviously any list of this nature is going to be highly subjective. This is not meant to be an exhaustive list of everything you might find annoying about Naples, nor is it my own personal soapbox for complaining. Rather, I hope it'll be useful for those of you thinking about making the move to Naples, so you can have a fuller picture of what will hopefully be your new home. Of course, I would be happy to connect with you personally to discuss the positives and negatives that matter most to you, and help you to find a home that maximizes those positives while minimizing the negatives, so please reach out anytime. So without further ado, here are my top 6 cons about living in Naples in no particular order. Number 1. The bugs and other critters. Tropical savanna climate in Naples is great for a lot of reasons, but the hot and wet summers followed by winters without anything typically approaching truly cold temperatures for any meaningful period of time means that the local wildlife can thrive. Unfortunately, this is not limited to the wide variety of birds and even the rare majestic panther sightings. Far more typical sightings, or feelings, are the mosquitoes and other insects that thrive in this climate. Nighttime spraying by plane is common in the hotter periods where the infestation is greatest, but especially around dawn and dusk, as well as after the heaviest rains, you're going to want to have some bug repellent on hand to make things a bit more manageable. Beyond these flying insects, reptiles from gators to turtle to lizards, and especially the near ubiquitous geckos, are a part of everyday life in Southwest Florida. The good news is that these tend to keep to themselves, as do the various species of mostly non-poisonous states that call the area home. Number 2, rainy summers. While it is common to go months without anything but trace precipitation during the spectacular Naples high season of winter, there are offsetting periods during the summer and early fall, especially July to September, when we can expect some measurable rainfall, on average about 2 out of every 3 days. Most days this amounts to an hour or 2 of afternoon showers, sometimes with spectacular thunderstorms, other times just a gray period for a few hours with intermittent soakings. It is rare outside of a tropical storm occurrence for us to have day-long rains any time of year. Now, speaking of those tropical storms, I almost included hurricanes on this list of cons, but it's worth saving that topic for its own video discussion. Suffice it to say here that while their frequency seems to be increasing, hurricane impacts here in Naples have historically been rare, and if Hurricane Irma's near-direct hit a few years ago is any indication, the area is prepared and resilient for the most part. Brings us to number 3, and that's traffic. Personally, I hesitated to even mention this as a con and include it in this video, but the frequency and volume of complaints about traffic in season from year-round residents and snowbirds alike argues for its inclusion on the list. Is there a noticeable difference in how long it takes to get around during the winter versus the summer here? Absolutely. My 20-minute or so drive to Fifth Avenue or Marco Island in the summer requires over 30 minutes in season, just as an example. With Marco's limited bridge access, things can definitely be worse on that side of paradise if you need to get on or off the island regularly during high season. That said, it's worth keeping it all in perspective versus regular and year-round commuting times in just about any major city. So number 4, home values / prices. With the recent median home price in Naples approaching $500,000 and $800,000 in Marco, buying a home here is certainly an investment not to be taken lightly. While there are still some reasonably valued condo complexes out there where you can find something for under $300,000, Naples and Marco are not areas where you can expect to go value shopping in the housing market. There's a lot of demand for all the area has to offer, and that does come at a price. As Naples is routinely rated as one of the best places to retire in the US, the good news is that the first place you buy in Naples may be the last home you ever have to buy. Number 5. Naples isn't super family friendly. The under 18 population in Naples is roughly half the national average for that demographic. So if you'll be moving here with school-age children, just be aware that the amenities here tend to tilt more to the retiree crowd than they do to kids and teens, what you might expect given the median age of the population in Naples is 66. Collier County schools are also a bit of a mixed bag, so for families moving here, there are definitely areas of the county you will want to prioritize over others for that reason. To be clear, it's not like there is nothing to do for kids. Naples has a great local zoo, there are parks all over the county, and of course the beaches are amazing. Nor that the schools are a nightmare. It's just that we should talk about which areas might be more family friendly than others, if that's a consideration for you, because there are definitely some areas I would recommend over others. That brings us to our final item, number 6, keeping up with the Joneses. This one's a bit squishier and subjective than the other cons, but depending on your attitude, personality, etc., it can be easy to get caught up in the luxury lifestyle here in Naples. One recent study pegged Naples as having the second highest proportion of millionaires per capita in the entire country. And a walk down Fifth Avenue will reveal a lot of options for parting with the contents of your bank account. Not that any of this opulence is necessarily a bad thing, or a good thing for that matter, but it is worth being aware of before making the move to the area in case that's not the right fit for you. So that brings us to the end of my cons list, but I promised I would reveal a topic that can be either a major con or a major pro, depending upon who you ask. I'm talking about HOAs, or homeowners associations. These are either a great tool for pooling community resources, maintaining property values and neighborhood aesthetics, or they're an unnecessary drain on your finances and an infringement of your basic rights as a property owner. It just depends on who you ask, and maybe which day of the week it is. Truly, the debate can go either way, so it is very important that you have an accurate sense of what matters to you before getting serious about your home search in the area. So contact me anytime for a private consultation to help assess whether an HOA is a good fit for your needs or not. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. As always, please subscribe and share this channel with your friends and family who may also be interested in moving to the Naples area at some point. I'd love to hear from you anytime and help in any way I can with your investigation of a move to Naples. With that said, see you next time.